For decades, the false door at Naupa Huaca in Peru has been rumored to be a portal to an alternate dimension. This ancient ceremonial center was once a lively place for the Wari civilization. However, now, it's filled with stone structures and mysterious carvings, each hiding untold stories from thousands of years ago. The one question on everyone's mind is, what really happened in these sacred spaces? With that said, let's dive into the pre-flood ruins of advanced civilization high in the mountains, Naupa Huaca. The start of the Wari civilization. The history of Naupa Huaca is rich with the stories of Andean civilizations. Around 500 CE, the Wari civilization sprang to life in the highlands, laying the groundwork for what would become the great Inca Empire. They weren't just another ancient society. They were pioneers, creating one of the earliest complex communities in the Andes. A vast empire stretched from the sunny coast to the steep mountains, filled with diverse ecosystems. The Wari were farming experts, using different climates to grow all kinds of crops: potatoes, maize, quinoa, and more. Their creativity didn't stop there. They changed the way cities were built. Wide streets bustled with people. Smart layouts showcased their building skills, and terraces clung to the mountainsides like a green patchwork quilt. At the center of it all was Wari, their capital near today's Ayacucho, a lively political and religious hub that influenced the area, including Naupa Huaca. The Wari's building skills were truly amazing. They used large stone blocks, fitting them together perfectly to create strong, lasting structures. They built not just for now, but for the future, crafting buildings that still share stories of their past. The Wari civilization thrived with a well-organized political system, where leaders managed different regions and made sure resources and labor were used effectively for big construction projects and farming. Religion was at the heart of Wari life, shaping daily routines and guiding important decisions. At special ceremonial sites, large rituals took place to honor ancestors and deities. These lively gatherings included offerings, feasting, and a strong sense of community. Naupa Huaca served as a key ceremonial center during the Wari period. Here, rituals related to farming, fertility, and honoring ancestors brought people together, creating a rich culture and sense of spirituality. Now, the rise of the Inca Empire in the 15th century was a major turning point in Andean history. Founded by the great Pachacuti Inca Yupanqui, the Inca Empire expanded quickly, bringing together many cultures and regions, including those influenced by the Wari. The Incas didn't just take over, they embraced many aspects of the Wari culture. They adopted their building styles, farming methods, and religious practices, all of which helped shape a strong Inca identity. During the Inca period, Naupa Huaca likely stayed important as a site for worship and pilgrimage. Rituals continued there, reinforcing its significance in the Inca religion. The Incas built a vast road network that made trade and communication easy across their empire. Naupa Huaca's key location along these trade routes turned it into a busy hub for economic exchange among different communities. With the MITA system, the Inca government required community members to work on state projects. This system allowed the Incas to gather workers for large construction projects and infrastructure, strengthening their power in the region. The Incas were known for blending local beliefs into their own religion, which helped legitimize their rule and bring together diverse groups of people. The sun god Inti was central to the Inca religion, and sites like Naupa Huaca likely served as places of solar worship, highlighting the spiritual link between the Wari and Inca practices. The arrival of Spanish conquistadors in the 16th century completely changed Andean civilization. This invasion caused the fall of the powerful Inca Empire and shook up social, political, and religious systems. Many indigenous practices were suppressed or changed, leading to a painful loss of cultural heritage. Naupa Huaca, like many other pre-Columbian sites, likely faced neglect and destruction during this difficult time. As the Spanish tried to impose their beliefs and way of life, the rich traditions and sacred places of the indigenous people were threatened. However, despite this dark chapter in history, the rugged landscape around the site still bursts with life and stories waiting to be uncovered. The minute you reach halfway up a steep ravine, an intriguing entrance carved into the mountainside suddenly appears. Its inverted V-shape hints at a deliberate design, a doorway to secrets buried in time. However, as you cross the threshold, a surprising sight stops you in your tracks. Right in front of you is a huge pile of stones. They're a mix of rock and earth that looks both ancient and strong. At the top of this impressive mound stands a solid stone wall that has withstood the test of time. It's a powerful barrier, one that has kept the mysteries of Naupa Huaca hidden from curious eyes for centuries. As you stand near the blocked entrance of Naupa Huaca, your eyes are quickly drawn to an amazing sight. A carefully carved false door set into the rough rock wall. This isn't just any door. It's a true work of art from ancient times, seamlessly blended into its surroundings in a way that feels almost otherworldly. The false door, made from andesite stone, a material known for its incredible hardness, stands as proof of the skill of its creators. Andesite, with a hardness rating of around 7 on the Mohs scale, is similar to granite, making it one of the toughest stones to work with. It's hard to believe that craftsmen armed with only basic tools could carve such a complicated feature. While observing the surface of the door, one can't help but feel the tiny details that tell a story of hard work, skill, and maybe even a kind of technology that has been lost to time. It's truly unfathomable to even think about the incredible effort it took to cut and shape andesite rock with such accuracy. It was honestly a task that would have challenged even the best artisans today. Standing before the false door, you feel a deep sense of wonder wash over you. The craftsmanship is nothing short of breathtaking. Andesite stone, known for its resistance to breaking, is not easy to shape or carve. Traditional methods used by the Inca civilization, like stone or copper tools, would usually leave rough, uneven surfaces, the kind you'd expect from tools struggling against such a hard material. However, the false door tells a completely different story. The smoothness of the stone and the perfect alignment of each carved line suggest that the builders had knowledge and techniques that had long been forgotten. The angles are precise, and the surface is strikingly free of tool marks. It's as if the rock itself had been shaped by a skilled hand rather than chipped away with simple tools. This raises exciting questions about how such perfection was achieved. What kind of advanced techniques could have been used? The evidence suggests that the craftsman must have had access to some alternative and far better method. Enter Jay from the Voyager TV channel and Helder from the Megalithic Evidence channel, two fearless explorers driven by a passion for uncovering the secrets of ancient sites. These two are not just your average documentarians. They're thrill seekers on a mission to explore the mystery of Naupa Huaca. Armed with a field microscope, Jay and Helder arrive at the site, eager to examine the stone closely. What they found was nothing short of shocking. Instead of the expected chisel marks, they discovered layers of melted andesite, transformed into a glassy, obsidian-like surface that sparkled under the sunlight. This surprising revelation sent ripples of excitement and curiosity through their team. The thing is, an incredible amount of heat would have been needed to melt something like andesite. The discovery that andesite can be changed into an obsidian-like material raised the stakes in their quest to understand this ancient marvel. To melt andesite, which is a volcanic rock made mostly of plagioclase, feldspar, and pyroxene, the temperatures needed are staggering. Typically, it melts at around 1,000 degrees centigrade, or 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. However, to achieve that mesmerizing glassy surface they saw at the false door, the heat would have to likely exceed 1,200 degrees centigrade, or 2,200 degrees Fahrenheit. This level of heat is so intense that it's not something you could create with a simple campfire or even a regular furnace. Ancient people relied on fires made from wood or coal, and those don't even come close to reaching the kind of heat needed to melt andesite. So, what does this mean for the builders of Naupa Huaca? It suggests they had access to a heat source we can't easily explain. Probably something far beyond what we believe was possible in ancient times. However, this raises the question, what could have produced such intense heat? Some theories suggest that maybe they took advantage of natural events like volcanic eruptions, or maybe had a special kind of technology that has been lost to time. The lack of answers makes the mystery even more thrilling. Then there's the question of why they went through so much trouble to carve this false door. Was it for spiritual reasons? Maybe a symbolic gateway to another world? Archaeologists and researchers have a few interesting theories of their own. According to them, the ancient builders likely would have used a special technique, either possibly tapping into geothermal energy or another advanced method whose records have been lost over the years. Regardless of all that, it quickly becomes clear that nothing about this site is by accident. Every stone, every line, every cut seems carefully planned and full of purpose. When you look up, you can't help but be amazed. The ceiling of the cave is cut with such precision that it seems almost impossible, especially considering you're 9,800 feet up, standing on the edge of a steep ravine. The surface of the rock is smooth to the point where it looks more like a mirror than anything else. Then, there are the angles. Two specific ones to be exact, 60 degrees and 52 degrees. They seem way too perfect to be a regular coincidence. What's even more fascinating is that these exact angles are found together in only one other place on Earth, the Pyramids of Giza in Egypt. It's mind-blowing to think that two ancient civilizations, separated by thousands of miles, somehow shared the same knowledge. It suggests that there could have been a hidden connection between these two monumental sites. As you move deeper into the main chamber of Naupa Huaca, something else grabs your attention. The proportions of the room are not random. They are thoughtfully designed and carefully calculated. The length of the chamber compared to its height forms a perfect 3-to-1 ratio. However, there's more. It turns out this ratio creates a musical harmony, known as a perfect musical fifth in the second octave. It's as if this room was built to do more than just stand tall. It was designed to resonate and create sound in a way that modern structures rarely consider. Then, there's the alcove, with a 5-to-6 ratio that makes you pause in wonder. This isn't just a random number. It's tied to the rhythms of the Earth itself. The Earth's axis rotates fully every 25,920 years, and the equator's tilt changes by 4 degrees every 21,000 years, creating the same 5-to-6 ratio. This suggests that the builders of Naupa Huaca were in tune with the Earth's natural movements, encoding them into their architecture and aligning their work with the planet's cycles. What's interesting is that this feature isn't unique to Naupa Huaca. A similar precise calculation is also found in another famous structure, the Bent Pyramid in Egypt. There, the slope angles hold the same mathematical relationship. Just like the Great Pyramid of Giza, the geometry of Naupa Huaca is truly astonishing. Every angle and every ratio feels intentional, showing that the builders had a deep understanding of astronomy and the stars. However, as you take in the details, one big question comes to mind. What was the real purpose of this mysterious place? Why go through so much effort to carve a door that leads to nowhere? To uncover this mystery, we need to look at the ancient Quechua language, where every word is packed with meaning. The word Naupa means ancient or old, instantly transporting you to a time long ago. However, the word Huaca adds even more depth to the mystery. In Andean culture, huacas were seen as sacred places filled with deep respect and mystery. These sites were believed to be where the divine met the earthly, acting as bridges between our physical world and the spiritual realms of gods or ancestors. At huacas, The everyday and the miraculous came together in a beautiful dance of existence. So, when you put the two terms together, the name Naupa Huaca translates to ancient sacred place or old sacred site, adding layers of meaning that resonate through time. Because of this rich cultural background, many enthusiasts and researchers believe that the intriguing doors at Naupa Huaca could serve as portals, elaborate gateways that might even create wormholes, potentially allowing for space-time travel. However, there's more. Some people suggest a different, more metaphysical interpretation. They believe these doors aren't just physical openings. They could be gateways for the mind and spirit. A bridge between different realms of existence. It's no wonder that Naupa Huaca has become a popular place for those searching for spiritual growth, healing, and a connection to ancient energies. This sacred site attracts visitors from every corner of the world, each person looking for something beyond the ordinary. Here, the atmosphere is alive with a unique energy that resonates with people who practice meditation, energy healing, and honor their ancestors. Visitors often describe Naupa Huaca as a powerful energy vortex, a special location where the Earth's energy flows intensely. This strong energy creates an environment perfect for deep spiritual healing and transformation. As people stand in or near these magical vortexes, they often report feeling an overwhelming rush of energy. For them, it's a gateway to higher awareness and understanding. For others who come to this special place, they report feeling a deep connection to star beings or cosmic forces. While meditating or performing rituals, they claim to receive messages or guidance from these higher beings. In Andean beliefs, certain sacred sites are seen as portals, strong connections between different realms that allow for communication with the divine. This idea adds a fascinating layer to the amazing stonework found at Naupa Huaca. The craftsmanship shares striking similarities with the architectural styles seen in Cusco, Ollantaytambo, and Pumapunku. These locations are not just historical sites. They hold a rich tapestry of history, art, and spiritual significance. Aside from that, the site's architecture speaks of a time when ancient builders were in tune with the earth and the stars, drawing from both natural resources and spiritual insights. The careful placement of each stone reflects not just skill, but a deep understanding of how to harness the energy of the landscape. Visitors often notice how the layout of the site seems to align with celestial events, creating a harmonious relationship between human experience and the rhythms of the universe. However, the ancient story of a traveling builder god adds another layer to the mystery surrounding Naupa Huaca. The Great Viracocha. Legend has it that Viracocha, the great creator god of the Andes, rose from the chaos of a huge flood, bringing hope and light to a world nearly wiped out. He was not alone. He had 7 shining ones with him. This divine group appeared at Tiwanaku, a crucial event that happened about 10,000 years ago. Their mission? To help rebuild humanity by sharing important wisdom and skills that shaped the civilizations of the Andes and far beyond. However, what's really captivating is that the influence of these figures goes beyond Andean stories. You can find echoes of them in tales from Egypt, Mesopotamia, and various cultures around the world. This suggests a shared heritage or universal truths that cross time and geography. The connections deepen when we look at the fascinating architectural features of ancient sites, including Naupa Huaca's famous false doors. These aren't just random quirks in design. Similar false doors appear in ancient structures worldwide, acting as powerful symbols. Each false door serves as a gateway, holding significant meaning for the cultures that built them. They might have been used in rituals, marking important transitions, or serving as metaphysical links to other realms. Looking closely at Naupa Huaca's intricate stonework makes one wonder if these amazing similarities found in ancient sites around the world are really just coincidences. The massive effort needed to carve and build these false doors is incredible. These structures were created with care and purpose, suggesting they held meaning beyond simple decoration. However, let's focus on the mystery of Naupa Huaca itself. Just below the portal door, something curious will catch your eye. The rough remains of a missing foundation. This piece of history hints at a grand design buried beneath layers of earth and memory. The weathered stones are remnants of a time when they stood strong as part of a magnificent structure. On the right side of the cave are the remains of another amazing carving. Here, the artistry keeps unfolding, creating an intricate pattern that flows across the rock's surface and then disappears around the corner. Sadly, researchers have failed to figure out what these carvings exactly mean. However, as you take in the beauty of the work, a burning question flashes in your mind. Why did this exquisite carving come to such an abrupt halt? The evidence suggests that a massive cataclysmic event struck this site, tearing through the landscape and scattering pieces of rock like leaves caught in a fierce storm. According to various theories, it could have been a powerful earthquake that split the carving or destroyed it completely. Or maybe a volcanic eruption in the area melted away what was once the other half of this intricate design. One thing's for certain, though. Each missing piece of rock carries interesting stories of the destruction that took place. Now, as you step through the entrance of the cave, your eyes are immediately drawn to the most amazing structure at Naupa Huaca, the incredible altar. This stunning megalith stands tall and mysterious, carved from a unique type of stone. Known as bluestone, this remarkable material is the only one of its kind in the entire region, making it even more captivating. This giant stone's rich, deep blue color contrasts sharply with the warm, sandy sandstone around it. The striking color grabs your attention, but there's more to this stone than just its beauty. Bluestone isn't just visually impressive, it has a fascinating secret that adds even more layers to its charm. Within this rock lies a special type of crystal that is known for its amazing piezoelectric properties. This means that when pressure is applied to the bluestone, it can generate electrical charges. This is something that was even used in early radio receivers. However, that's not all. This remarkable stone is also magnetic. The combination of its natural magnetism and piezoelectric qualities suggests a purpose that goes far beyond what we usually think of with ancient megaliths. It seems like this altar wasn't just built for decoration or rituals. It was carefully chosen for its unique properties, possibly to connect with energies or forces that we are only starting to understand. The idea of ancient peoples using such natural features adds an exciting layer of mystery to the altar's significance. However, as you circle the altar, your admiration grows for the incredible craftsmanship on display. The surfaces are astonishingly flat, and the angles between the cuts are sharp and clean. Each right-angled niche and edge is so precise that they seem almost mathematically perfect. This shows advanced stoneworking skills that are not commonly linked to the Inca or pre-Inca cultures, who typically relied on bronze or stone tools. You see, carving such exact shapes in hard stone would require not just talent, but an extraordinary ability to control the dimensions of each cut with laser-like accuracy. What's more is that this incredible structure also features two large knobs that look like the trapezoidal fountain at Ollantaytambo. Just like the altar, that fountain showcases intricate carvings on multiple levels, highlighting a level of artistry that takes your breath away. You can't help but notice the remains of two knobs on the fountain that have sadly seen better days. Even though this fountain is made from granite, it too possesses fascinating piezoelectric properties that connect them in surprising ways. However, the story of the altar at Naupa Huaca is filled with sadness and loss. In the 16th century, Spanish conquistadors saw the ancient sites as threats to their Christian beliefs, which led them to destroy these sacred spaces. With a fierce determination to erase what they did not understand, they planted dynamite in a hole, shattering the upper part of the altar. However, what makes this story even more interesting is the hole itself. Upon closer inspection, it becomes clear that the Spanish invaders did not have the tools needed to drill into such hard stone at insane depths like these. Maybe it had been part of the altar's original design. Up close, one can observe perfectly spaced, continuous spiral grooves within the drill hole. This intricate pattern looks very much like marks left by modern machinery, specifically a rapidly spinning drill, rather than the basic tools typically used in ancient times. The altar at Naupa Huaca isn't just a stunning piece of craftsmanship, it's also a cosmic wonder that reveals a deep connection to the universe. Each detail of its design sparks curiosity and excitement, pulling you into its mysteries. The altar has 3 chambers, each carefully aligned to significant celestial events, creating a breathtaking spectacle. Standing in this sacred space, you'd notice that the chambers align perfectly with the rising of Sirius, the winter solstice, and other constellations. It feels as if the ancient builders had a deep understanding of astronomy, using the stars as their guide to create something truly magnificent. However, there's more to this altar than its incredible design and celestial connections. A sense of mystery hangs in the air. Who were the original builders of this extraordinary altar? While mainstream historians often attribute it to the Inca civilization, a closer look uncovers a different story, one that challenges everything we think we know. You can easily spot the differences between the contributions of the Inca and the breathtaking craftsmanship found at Naupa Huaca. The Inca are famous for their skillful use of rough, mortarless stonework, as well as clay or adobe bricks. They often tried to imitate the intricate designs of older megalithic structures. Yet, when you compare their impressive buildings with the flawless precision and advanced techniques showcased at Naupa Huaca, their constructions seem almost basic. The megalithic carvings at Naupa Huaca stand as a stunning testament to a level of craftsmanship that seems to surpass what the Inca civilization could achieve. With impossibly smooth surfaces, sharply defined angles, and impeccable geometry, these structures tell a story of skill and precision that feels truly otherworldly. In recent years, Naupa Huaca has become well known, not just for its archaeological wonders, but also for its important role in talks about preserving heritage and cultural identity. This site, rich in the history of the Wari and Inca civilizations, is now recognized as a vital cultural resource. Exciting efforts are underway to protect and promote its historical significance in both local and global communities. Local people are recognizing Naupa Huaca's importance to their heritage. This movement is part of a larger effort to reclaim and revitalize indigenous identities, for centuries due to colonization and cultural suppression. Now, community leaders, activists, and residents are leading the way. They have started projects that not only safeguard the site, but also encourage sustainable tourism. This approach allows visitors to explore the rich history of Naupa Huaca while keeping its cultural essence safe. Sustainable tourism at Naupa Huaca is about more than just attracting visitors. It's a way to respect the site's history and culture, protect the environment, and bring economic benefits to local communities. By connecting visitors to the stories of Naupa Huaca, these efforts help local people take pride in their heritage. This sense of pride and identity resonates with younger generations. This creates a lively bond that honors the past and looks forward to the future. The revitalization of Naupa Huaca is sparking exciting projects led by the community that bring traditional knowledge and practices to life. Local artisans are offering workshops where visitors can learn about traditional crafts, weaving, and farming methods used by their ancestors. This hands-on experience promotes cultural exchange and strengthens community ties. It's also a way for residents to take charge of their heritage. Fun festivals and ceremonies celebrate the cultural importance of Naupa Huaca, inviting everyone to join in and honor ancestral traditions. However, that's not all. Naupa Huaca has also become a center for research and public education. Scholars and archaeologists are studying the site's rich history and cultural importance, working closely with local communities. This teamwork ensures that indigenous views and knowledge are included in the research. It not only enhances understanding, but also shows how traditional practices matter today. Educational programs are also being developed to raise awareness about preserving archaeological sites, especially for younger generations. Local schools and community groups are teaming up with universities and cultural organizations to create fun lessons that highlight the importance of Naupa Huaca. These programs often include hands-on activities like guided tours of the site. On top of that, they also have workshops on traditional crafts and storytelling sessions that share the community's history. By encouraging a love for their heritage among young people, these initiatives inspire a sense of responsibility for protecting cultural sites. Consequently, it'll also motivate future generations to connect with their history. Naupa Huaca is becoming a shining example in the conversations about preserving cultural heritage in the Andean region. As local communities claim their rights to their cultural heritage, there's a growing movement to focus on indigenous voices in conservation efforts. This exciting change is influencing policymaking at local, national, and international levels, transforming how archaeological sites are managed and protected. Including indigenous perspectives in heritage management helps create practices that respect cultural importance, while addressing environmental protection and community growth. The increased attention on Naupa Huaca has also attracted non-governmental organizations and international groups focused on cultural preservation. These organizations are stepping in with resources, funding, and expertise to support local efforts to protect archaeological sites. Exciting projects are emerging, including documentation, conservation methods, and creating materials that help visitors understand the site's importance. This teamwork between local communities and outside organizations builds a strong sense of unity and shared responsibility for preserving cultural heritage. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.